All right. So here I'm live. It is April 1st, aka April Fool's Day, right? Um, Here's some crazy news. Sorry for the smoke, guys. I just got out of jail this morning. Yep, that fucking sucked. That sucked so much. I was so unexpected of it, and I don't even to this moment understand it at all myself, really. Because my probation officer apologized to me today for it all happening. Weird. So let me explain this to you guys. I went to go check on probation last week, like I was supposed to. Missed the day that I was supposed to go because my son had emergency surgery on his feet. So then I went in when I could, 2 days later, when I was supposed to, scheduled. But instead of seeing my probation officer, I saw someone else's, right? Weird. This lady then proceeds to tell me that everything I'm doing isn't good enough, whereas my probation officer was just fine with everything I was doing this whole time. And so why all of a sudden it wasn't good enough? Couldn't tell you. I actually ended up pissing her off because she asked me if I was fucking my landlord for rent. I told her, fuck no. But yeah, I pissed her off because I said fuck no. Hmm. Where is the logic in this? She then proceeds to tell me that I can leave. I didn't have to drug test or nothing. And I was like, okay, well, can I use the bathroom, please? Because I came prepared with a full bladder, thinking that I had a drug test. They kicked me out of the office, told me they'll call me back in a minute. They took me back in there, and then they proceeded to have me drug test, which is whatever. Didn't have a problem with it. And then, mind you, I smoke weed. I partake in, hallucinogenics once in a while, and even other things sometimes when I feel it's what I need in my life at the moment. But with that being said, I knew I should have came up clean. I knew for a fact I should have came clean. I didn't. But I expected at least the weed to be in there. No, that wasn't in there. So then they proceeded to question me about, you know, if I was confusing drugs for other drugs, and I was like, no, I know the difference. And then she started like asking me about some lingo stuff, which I did not understand. And when I told her that, they put me in handcuffs and put me in jail for 5 days. I get up this morning, go check in. My probation officer apologizes for the whole situation and says it won't happen ever again. What? I'm sorry. Can you guys understand that one? Like, is it just me? And mind you, I don't know how many of y'all have been in jail, but these places are hellholes. And yes, I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm sure it's not ethical, but whatever. But, like, seriously, if you guys have not been in jail, I'm not suggesting you do it. But to those that have been in jail, they will understand. Those places are horrible, horrible, horrible. They're worse than I could even imagine what, old-fashioned back in the day slaves were living through. Like, at least back in the day, those guys got to at least get out every day and work. They were allowed to do all kinds of things, including make their own food. Not eat whatever they want to call that slop was they were trying to serve me, because that was god awful. And they were medicating me the whole time I was there. I was hallucinating the whole time I was in jail. I swear, like before I even went into the jail. Like, I was sitting and booking, and the carpet looked like static electricity was traveling across it. It was so weird. I can't even express enough. And I called my probation officer in California to let him know what was going on, and he was confused. My lawyer was confused. The only person that wasn't confused, the probation officer that threw me in handcuffs. Weird. And as I'm sitting there this morning, waiting to go check back in, I'm watching all these people that are paying their monthly fees for probation. And one out of probably 50 people got a receipt for their payments. You know how easy it is for them to say that they didn't get your payment? What kind of system is that? You know, and they gave me time served. What does that time served go to? My 5 days go towards taking off the end of my probation period? I don't know. I'm confused. Basically, I got thrown in timeout for pissing off the probation officers, what I got from that. But they're all asking me if I'm, like, part of any, like, anti-government group or any of that. Hell no. And even if I was, why would I admit it? I mean, I'm not, but still, just saying. I don't know. I felt like I was being targeted straight up 100%. Like, there was no reason for that. And when I even tried to explain to the lady that I was just told I didn't have to drug test. She's like, nope, that's what we do here, drug test. And I was like, but she just told me I didn't. And for the chair and go, no, yep, you're drug testing. And I was like, whatever. And the drug testing, I don't care. I came ready to drug test. Like, why would I do that if I knew I was going to come up and it was a bad test? Like, that's just stupid. That's the same thing I told my probation officer today, too. I was like, why would I do that? That makes no sense. She goes, no, I understand. And I totally agree. So the whole thing was just wrong. And I was like, okay. But now instead of going back in 2 months, I go back in 2 days. Yay. Oh, Lord. Let's see. My body hurts. My head hurts. And I'm still feel kind of fuzzy from whatever they're giving me in there. And I don't even know what I tried asking them, and they sent antibiotics, right? Well, sorry if you guys hear that. That's my Lucy girl. Last time I checked, antibiotics don't make you hallucinate. Not in the degree these rings for making you hallucinate. It was weird. And then they transferred me from the spot that I've been in the whole time to general population for the last, like, 8 hours that I was in jail. Seemed unnecessary. But either way, I'm thankful for my family and my friends that were there to help me out with this whole situation, because if it hadn't been for them, I would have been fucked. My son been stuck home alone with our dogs. My dogs have been stuck home alone, which looks like one of them kind of was, which just really upsets me. But that's the end of that rant. I'm gonna go live stream now on a different app. I showed you guys before in previous episodes, so that way I can hopefully make up the money that I lost by being in jail the last 5 days.